Class. Good morning and Assalamu alaikum to everyone.
Salim sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, yes, the Walaikum Assalam. The screen is visible. Can you see the screen?
No, not.
No,
Not visible?
no,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, I think I have shared. I'll just once again try. Window. Is it visible now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
It's
Okay,
visible.
good. Okay, good. So there had been some problem before. Where were we when we conducted the last class? I was explaining to you that in the balance sheet and profit and loss account, various assets and other things are arranged in an order, and it is better to see the real balance sheet. I referred to you a few balance sheets which I uploaded on the website, on the official web page of the university. Apart from that, these things are available in the public domain. You can search the website of any company and you will find its balance sheet and profit and loss account. It would give you better idea. You will have a feel okay, how does a real balance sheet look like. So if you have any question up to this stage, kindly seek a clarification. Otherwise, I'll move on to explaining to you the next part. If you have no questions, see, the profit loss account can be prepared the way I explained to you. It can also be shown in this way. It can also be presented for the management for taking decision in this way, that you write sales, then you write this is your revenue, then you write various costs, and each category of cost has a specific head. If you add 2 plus 3 and 4, this is known as cost of production. To this, you add opening stock of finished goods and subtract closing stock of finished goods. So 5 plus 6 minus 7 gives you cost of goods sold. If you take the difference between 1 and 8, it is known as gross margin or gross profit margin. When you subtract other expenses, then you get it. This is known as net profit. So if you transfer this data to the conventional profit and loss account, still you will get a profit of rupees 15,000. It is merely a way of presentation. Same is true with the balance sheet. Balance sheet can also be, represented like this. So you see both sides equal 5 lakh 10,000, 5 lakh 10,000. So there are various ways in which it can be presented. These are the one that I have explained to you. Somebody is asking me to let him or her in, but there is no request pending here. Okay, no request pending. Can there be any other way? I can only write that no request pending. Try again. All right. So this is how the balance sheet could be. Balance sheet could be shown in different ways. Once the profit loss account and balance sheet is ready, it is a draft only because some adjustments are required in account after we have prepared the draft. Those adjustments should not be considered as something unethical or immoral because those adjustments are just not possible till such time we prepare a draft profit loss account or a draft balance sheet. Those common adjustments I have listed here. For example, we need to incorporate the value of closing stock. We need to mention the values of depreciation. Now see, the value of depreciation. Depreciation is calculated on fixed asset. Unless we know the correct value of fixed assets, we cannot charge 10, 20, 30, we cannot make second calculation. Therefore, it is necessary to have a draft, and then we incorporate. So depreciation, how is it incorporated? How do we write depreciation in the profit loss account and balance sheet? This is to be understood today. What if there are expenses which are payable? How do you incorporate them? How do you include in the profit loss account? What if the expenses have been paid in advance? So there are several adjustments that we need to make, known as adjustment entries. In the next slide, I have picked them up one by one and explained to you how these adjustment entries are incorporated in profit and loss account and balance sheet. All right. So let me explain to you these. These are, of course, available in the on the screen, but still I'll explain to you. See, closing stock. So before company enters the value of closing stock, it assigns a figure to this. Say stock in any company would be available in the form of goods. If it is a company manufacturing locks, what would be available in its godown? Number of locks of different categories. But in the balance sheet or profit loss account, it cannot be written that 10,000 locks are available, because locks cannot be added to rupees. So you need to convert those locks into rupees. How do you convert them? Yes, I need your answer. How do you convert them? Which value? Which value? The value at which you have produced or the value at which you are selling?
So the value which we have produced, because the value of sale will be different.
Will it be different? It has to be different. You produced a lock for rupees 100 and you are selling it for 120. So will you multiply the number of locks by 100 or by 120?
Sir,
So
100.
100.
100. Okay. Suppose the value of production is 100, but currently, because of the market condition, you are selling them at rupees 90. So will you
So then
multiply by
I
90 or 100?
So at 90.
90.
So lower the value.
Which convention is guiding you here?
Conservative.
Conservatism. Correct. So this is how you need to remember and recall. So closing stock you have converted into value. So what is it for you? This is a revenue as well as an asset. So as a revenue, where should it be posted?
Profit and loss account.
Profit loss account. Which side? Debit or credit?
Debit side.
Okay, debit side. What is the rule of expenses and income? Debit all expenses, credit all income. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So this is your income or expense? So where should it be posted?
Credit side.
Credit side.
Credit side. It is also an asset. Where should it be recorded?
Balance sheet.
Balance sheet. Which side?
Credit side.
Credit.
Asset side. In balance sheet, there is no debit credit. We do not call that debit credit. We call balance sheet asset side, balance sheet liability side. So it will be recorded in the balance sheet asset side. Okay. There is an adjustment to be made, adjustment to be incorporated about depreciation. What is depreciation? I have written here what it is.
Expense.
Expense.
Expense. Do you agree that it is an expense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is an expense. As an expense, where should you record?
Profit and loss account.
Which side?
Debit.
Debit side. Also, it reduces the value of asset. Hence, the amount must also be subtracted from the value of concerned asset. In the balance sheet, you are writing assets. Suppose you have written building. You have written building. The cost you have mentioned was 1 lakh. And the depreciation calculation was at 10,000. So what would you do? You will not record balance sheet at rupees building at 1 lakh. You will record 1 lakh minus 10,000 depreciation, and final figure to be mentioned should be 90,000. Final figure would be 90,000 because 10,000 you have charged as depreciation. So this is how depreciation can be or should be incorporated in the balance sheet and in profit and loss account. Okay. Whenever you are not clear about anything, just ask a question before I proceed to the next point. Now there is a possibility that when you are finalizing your account, several expenses could be payable. Expenses were due, but we did not pay for any reason. Can you give me some example of expenses payable?
Salary, rent.
Salaries,
Rent not paid.
everything could be
Rent.
payable. And in reality, it does happen. Suppose the company is making payment of salaries in cash and the person on the last day was absent. So company will not pay him. Who will receive? Company has promised to pay rent, but on the day when the rent became due, company had no money. So it is payable. So when the expenses are payable, where should these be recorded? First of all, anything which is payable is your liability. When it is liability, then it should be recorded in the liability side. Where else should be recorded? It should be recorded to the expenses also, because see, you are writing about the rent. So rent you will write 10,000, payable was 2,000. So you will add this payable and the amount which you will be considering for the total will be 12,000. And secondly, it will be recorded in the liability, it will be recorded in the liability side also. But why are we recording this, which is payable, as a liability and also in the profit and loss account? We have not paid. It is yet to be paid. Why are we recording it as an expense? We have not paid rent, but we are recording it as an expense. Why are we doing so? Any other answer?
All expected losses has to be written.
Which one is it? An expected loss? Everything is definite.
Payable expense.
What is expected here? Tell me. No, maybe you are right, but tell me what is expected here. The company stayed in the building, and the rent was due.
You are liable to pay the rent.
You are liable to pay. Agreed. You are liable to pay, which you have recorded as a liability. My question is, the rent has not been paid. Why are we adding it to our expenses?
Sir, because value benefit has already been taken.
Okay, then
Maybe the matching concept, sir.
Okay. What I'll do, you all write which convention is guiding you here. Just type immediately. Don't wait for others and don't copy. Whatever you are convinced with, write that. Somebody can write any convention out of the 12, 13 that we discussed. Start it now. Immediately write down whichever you feel. It appears that somebody who was considered to be more intelligent than others initially wrote matching, and everybody wrote matching except one. There is one. I am not sharing a joke with you. I am telling you the reality. One of our 99 batch students, somebody asked him some question in the group, which has about 200 participants. So somebody asked, perhaps the question somebody raised him was, which batch were you in the department, something like that. So he wrote 1999 pass out. What he wrote? 1999 passed out. So the first one who read the message somehow this fellow has expired. So he wrote Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. We belong to him. You have to write something like that in Arabic. Immediately there were 20, 30, 40 Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un in the box. Before he could type I am alive, my answer was that I belong to 1999 batch, because in those days this was something common. But still, nobody bothered to see what is he writing. The moment they saw pass out, they saw he is no. And 20, 30 people wrote. I mean, I'm saying before he could clarify, there are three perhaps. You all know that only one would be correct, and not necessarily one. Conservatives, matching, accrual and conservatives. I'm leaving you with this question. Refer to the notes and then only answer. I will not even say that one of the answers is correct. Otherwise, you will not read, you will not apply your mind. Now tell me, how many times am I asking you that this is the situation, which convention is guiding you? And again, some of you are not writing a correct answer. Read it again. It is in your interest. Okay, now come to the slide once again. I hope when we meet on Saturday, that is tomorrow, you will have a firm, a definite answer with conviction. I am 100% sure about this answer. Okay, expenses. Now, expenses paid in advance. It is just the opposite. What would you do? Where will you show? It will be,
Asset side.
it will correct. It will be shown as an asset. Number one. Number two, it will be subtracted from the expense concerned, because in case of C you added, in case of D you will subtract. You will subtract. Again, the same question. Why? Which convention? Which convention that you need to discuss with me tomorrow? Why will you subtract? Which convention is guiding you? Provision for doubtful debts. What is it in terms of asset, capital, liability, expense, and revenue? What is it? Provision for doubtful debts.
Asset.
Any other answer? By the way, are the meaning, just 1 second please. By the way, meaning of these 4 or 5 words, provision for doubtful debts, are the meaning clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Explain. Please explain.
So if we have given a certain amount of debt, that this is the amount of debt, like we are not sure that we will come back, like we will able to recover.
Okay.
So we are already making the provision, like we are already making the
Your
adjustment
understanding is correct. We sold goods to somebody on credit, and now we are in doubt that that party may not pay, or out of total receivable, that is a better explanation what I am saying now. Out of total receivable, you have sold goods to 1,000 persons of varying amount. To somebody 1 million, to somebody 1,000, to somebody 5 crore, like this. So you have a total money receivable and total number of people are receivable. So you have estimated a roughly 3% amount will not be recovered. So you are making a provision. Now the meaning are clear. Again, I am asking the question in terms of asset, capital, liability, expenses, and revenue. Which one is this?
So debtors are assets, so it should be subtracted from them.
Beta, I am not asking you what are debtors. My question is, there are 4 words: provision for doubtful debts. If I am asking you to classify this as one of the 5 elements of equation, is this an asset?
Expense.
Any other answer?
Asset.
Any other answer?
Liability.
Yes, 5 में से 5 बता दीजिए, एक तो होगा ही. चलिए, एसेट, एक्सपेंस, और कोई आंसर है? या इन दोनों में से एक होगा?
liability, sir.
लाइबिलिटी. और बताइए. एसेट बता दिया, एक्सपेंस बता दिया, लाइबिलिटी बता दिया, और बताइए. कैपिटल हो नहीं सकता ये. अब क्या बचा? अच्छा, दोनों में से बता दीजिए, लॉस है या प्रॉफिट है?
Loss.
Loss.
The loss.
आइडियली
It's a loss.
फिर बताइए कौन सा लॉस है, डेफिनेट या एक्सपेक्टेड?
Expected.
Expected.
एक्सपेक्टेड लॉस। और देखिए, आप देखिए अगला सेंटेंस क्या लिखा हुआ, दिस इज एक्सपेक्टेड लॉस। क्योंकि आप इक्वेशन का मैंने पूछ लिया था आपसे, तो आप उसी के अंदर लगे रहे। और इक्वेशन, अच्छा इक्वेशन का मुझे एक्चुअली मालूम भी नहीं करना चाहिए था, क्योंकि इक्वेशन में तो ACNL आता है, लेकिन ये है एक्सपेक्टेड आपका लॉस। अगर लॉस है आपका तो आप उसे कहाँ रिकॉर्ड करेंगे? प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में। और किस साइड में रिकॉर्ड करेंगे? डेबिट में। क्यों रिकॉर्ड करेंगे? इसलिए कि एक्सपेंसेस और लॉसेस डेबिट साइड में रिकॉर्ड किए जाते हैं। रूल क्या है? डेबिट ऑल लॉसेस एंड एक्सपेंसेस, इसलिए डेबिट में रिकॉर्ड करेंगे। दूसरा कहाँ क्या करेंगे? जो डेटर्स हैं हमारे, उसमें से कम कर देंगे इतनी अमाउंट को, इसलिए कि इतना पैसा एक्सपेक्टेड शायद हमें ना मिले। अब आप आ जाइए इन सवालात पर। व्हाई इज इट दैट वी आर रिकॉर्डिंग ईच एंट्री ट्वाइस? आप देखिए ना, हर जगह इसको 2 जगह लिखा जा रहा है, ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं हम?
डुअलिटी कैसे?
जी फिर बताइए।
डुअलिटी कंसेप्ट।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल से डुअलिटी। अच्छा, जो आइटम हमारे ट्रायल बैलेंस में दिए हुए होते हैं, उनको तो हम सिर्फ एक जगह रिकॉर्ड करते हैं। जो ट्रायल बैलेंस में आपके आइटम दिए हुए हैं, परचेज, सेल्स, बिल्डिंग, उनको तो सिर्फ या तो प्रॉफिट लॉस में लिखते हैं या बैलेंस शीट में एक ही जगह लिखते हैं। इसको हम 2 जगह क्यों लिख रहे हैं? डुअलिटी कॉन्सेप्ट तो ठीक है, लेकिन फिर वहां हम एक जगह क्यों लिखते हैं? इज माई क्वेश्चन क्लियर टू यू?
Yes, sir. So because that is a statement only. Trial balance is only a statement we get from ledger.
और बताइए। और कोई आंसर? Why don't we record twice in trial balance? ये जवाब आपका थोड़ा सा सही नहीं है, because it is
So-
statement.
So,
हाँ.
because in profit and loss account, we need to balance the debit and credit side.
No. सोच लीजिए, मैं फिर बता दूंगा आपको। लेकिन ये जो भी मैं आपसे बार बार कहता हूं कि आप सोच लीजिए, मैं बता दूंगा। मेरा भूलना आपका नुकसान है, लिहाजा जब आप क्लास शुरू करें, आप पहले मुझसे मालूम कर लीजिए कि कल आपने एक सवाल हमसे मालूम किया था, वो जवाब हमारा सही था या नहीं था। सही जवाब क्या है ये बता दीजिए। ये आपकी जिम्मेदारी, आप याद करिए, आप नोट करिए और मुझसे उसका सवाल कर लीजिए। दूसरा सवाल है व्हाई इज इट दैट ईच एंट्री इज बीइंग रिकॉर्डेड वंस इन प्रॉफिट लॉस अकाउंट एंड देन इन बैलेंस शीट?
So to nullify the effect.
Perhaps not. Can we record one or more entry twice in the profit loss account or twice in the balance sheet? All these 3 questions that I have asked you are there to test your real understanding of debit and credit and equation. Think over it, If you cannot straight away answer, think over it. I am convinced, I am sure you will be able to answer. The way things have proceeded so far, you have improved a lot. You have given correct answers, if not 100% correct, partly correct answer, or maybe you have spoken, you knew the answer, but you were not able to put it in the correct words. So this is what my understanding about you is. So things are improving, something, a good sign. But if you concentrate more, spend more time, try to synthesize everything that you have learned, you will be able to come up with the answers. If not, I will be able to explain to you tomorrow. Now we move on to the next slide. Okay, this slide I added this morning only. I'll share with you. First of all, I wish to see, somebody asked me yesterday that we are not having more numerical questions because of the paucity. See, the reason is I don't mind doing 1 numerical, 2 numerical, 10 numerical exercises, showing you here, solving it in here, but the time is constant. See, how this problem can be solved? It can be solved only with your participation. I give you a problem, you solve it. All of you try to solve, exchange your answers, discuss a lot, and still if you're not able to arrive at the correct answer, I can post this solution. You can match your solution with the one that I did. If you understand everything, fair enough. If not, you ask me why is it. But if I keep solving the problems, then the time will be wasted. Okay, what I am asking you now, classify each one as debit or credit. If I ask you number 8, debit or credit?
Debit.
Debit.
Sir, is
All
it
are
rent
only-
paid or receivable?
Okay, if it is not mentioned, you are right, your question is correct. If nothing is mentioned, then we take the conventional meaning. When you write rent, so if nothing is mentioned, it will be considered as rent paid. Similarly, against interest, here I have written interest received. Had it been only interest, then it means interest paid. Okay, how about serial number 22? Debit or credit?
Debit.
Debit, sir.
Serial number 27?
Sir, as liability.
Liability.
Correct.
Serial number 5?
Asset.
Asset.
As
Serial number 14?
Income.
revenue.
In
Revenue. Very good, revenue. Serial number 19?
Expenses.
It will be subtracted from capital.
Capital.
Serial number 15?
Expenses.
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 Now let me make your one more doubt clear. Purchase of goods. What it is now?
Expense.
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 Asset or expense?
Expense.
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 Where will you show it?
Debit.
Profit
Debit
and
side.
If it is an expense, it will be shown in the profit and loss account. How about serial number 10?
Revenue.
Revenue.
Revenue. Where will you show?
Profit and loss
Profit and
account.
Profit and
Good. Now, many of you have asked and debated also that this goods is considered as an asset in the equation. If you consider goods as an asset in the equation, it should be shown in the asset side of balance sheet. So how do we calculate profit and loss? For that reason, I explained to you if this is increase in capital or decrease in capital. Okay, so out of 28, I'm sure all of you will be in a position to classify them as asset, capital, expense, liability, revenue, etc., etc. What next you are all supposed to do? Assume figures of your choice. Assume figures of your choice and prepare a trial balance in MS Excel. When you are through with debit credit, you have written D, you have written, sorry, here you have written D, debit, like this you have mentioned. Once you have done it, against each write some figures of your choice and prepare a trial balance in MS Excel. Why I am asking you to prepare in the MS Excel, you will record debit in one column and credit in another column. When you total it, you should see that both sides should be equal. So when you have assumed certain figures, you can easily make the adjustments in the figures so that both sides are equal. This is one reason of asking you to do it in Excel, not in MS Word. Second, I could have provided some data to you. I could have written some figures. Why I am asking you to assume these figures? Any answer? ओके प्रैक्टिस तो आप जब भी कर सकते हैं जब मैं फिगर लिख के दूं. The casual attitude of the students, I mean, to some extent you can say non-seriousness, forces me to attempt the exercise or ask you to attempt this exercise like this. Suppose I write these figures, one of you can solve, share it with others, everybody will say this is the answer without applying his or her mind. But if I am asking you to assume figures of your choice, out of 28, I'm sure not each one of you will assume same figures. All 28 will be different, all 28. If there are 100, there are 35 of you, there will be 35 figures of advertisement. All of you will not assume 10,000. Okay, let us assume that some of you, maybe 5, 10 of you can assume this figure as 10,000 and cash as 20,000. But all the figures will not match if you are doing it independently. That is the reason only then you will do it on your own. Okay, once both sides are equal, prepare profit loss account and balance sheet the way I have explained to you. Incorporate these adjustment entries like closing stock. What will be the value of closing stock? 30% more than what you have assumed. If you have assumed if you have assumed opening stock is 10,000, your closing stock will be 13,000, and accordingly differ from one roll number to another roll number. Salaries and rent payable are 20% more than what you have assumed as your figures. Insurance is 10% less than what you have assumed. Like this, I have just written. Do it on your own, and once you are ready, you share with me. Maybe I'll put it up in the Google Classroom, and it is not compulsory. If you wish, do it. If you don't wish, kindly don't do it. It's not a compulsion. If you wish to learn, see, you will ask question on this only. If you have attempted it, fair enough. If you not, it is your choice. I mean, I can't perhaps force you more. So if you want to do it, kindly do it. If not, leave it. There's no compulsion. If you have done and you have not been able to arrive at the correct answer, I'll help you. I'll explain to you. If you wish to seek any clarification on this screen, which is available now, this slide, ask me.
So what will be drawings?
Okay, drawing means the money which businessman withdraws from his business. Somebody, a sole trader, usually it is applicable in case of sole trader. He started business with 10 lakh rupees, and during the year he drew 1 lakh rupees. So this 1 lakh rupees is known as drawings. So when we go to balance sheet, we write capital and add profit. From that we subtract drawing. Is it possible in case of a company also that shareholder invested and he wants to withdraw? Can a shareholder withdraw money from the company that he invested in?
Yes.
No, sir.
Yes. How does he
Only
do it?
for sold.
By selling
So
his
this is
shares.
applicable in case of sold. My question was, how can he withdraw money from a company, limited company, Tata, Birla, Bata and all?
So by
And
selling his shares.
very simple, correct answer. He invested. How did he invest? He invested money by buying the shares. How can he withdraw? By selling the shares. So simple. Okay. Second thing that I wish once again to suggest you, when you are assuming some data, suppose you have assumed, just 1 second, you have assumed this figure as 10 million. Suppose you have assumed this figure as 10 million. Logically, what figure should you assume this? Serial number 10?
11 million.
Anything which is more than 10 million. Correct? Similarly, you are assuming values of asset. Total values of asset that you have assumed is again 10 million. So what should be the total value of assumed liability? More than 10 or less than 10?
Less than 10.
Less than
Less
10.
than or
Correct.
equal to.
What is ideal? Okay, let me say total value of your asset, current asset, I'm saying, is 1 million. So liability should be half of it. You have assumed purchase and sale is 10 lakh, a difference of, let us say, 1 lakh. Expenses you should not assume to be more than 1 lakh. Usually business runs in profit. You can do any figures. You can assume any what you call any figures of your choice. Randomly write anything. 1 million here, 10 million here, 2 rupees here, 3 rupees here, 5,000 here. Still your trial balance will match. Your profit loss account will match. Your balance sheet will match. No issues, because these are figures. But better to That is why I told you to attempt it in MS Excel. Okay. Now
Sir? Sir?
Yes.
So what is written
Yes, yes.
outwards?
Okay. Outward. अच्छा, return means understood. कोई चीज आप वापस कर रहे हैं. Inward का मतलब क्या होता कि कोई चीज वापस आ रही है आपके बिजनेस में, आपकी कंपनी में वापस आ रहा है. क्या वापस आएगा? जो आपने सामान सेल किया होगा. तो इनवर्ड मीन्स सेल्स रिटर्न. Sales return. You sold goods and the person did not like the goods. Sales return RUN. Sales return. Then what will be returned inward? Sorry, what will be returned outward?
Purchases return.
Purchases return. Return outward. Return outward. You purchased goods. You were not satisfied, so you returned. Purchase return. Okay. So this is how it can be managed. Any other clarification you need to have?
Carriage inward.
Okay, carriage is just like, simple expenses. There are two words, carriage inward and carriage outward. Inward is one that you spend when you buy goods. Outward is one when you incur on selling goods. But these are all expenses. Any other question?
27.
While attempting, sorry, which one? Did somebody ask
Sir,
a
from
question? You
which
can repeat if you wish to.
27 bank overdraft.
Okay, what it is? You want to know its meaning?
Yes,
Hello?
sir, it's meaning.
Okay, okay. Money in bank as an individual. You may be having a bank account. If you have 5,000 rupees, how much can you withdraw maximum? You can at best withdraw 5,000. But in case of a company, companies usually have the permission, they enter into agreement with the bank that they can draw more than what they have in their saving bank account. Or current account, usually companies have current account only. Company deposited 10,000 rupees, but it needs 15,000. It can withdraw 15,000. So this 5,000 will be termed as overdraft. Withdrawing money from bank, drawn. Overdraft, drawn more than what you had. So companies, when they operate with a bank, can always draw more money than they have in the bank. So the extent to which they have drawn more is known as bank overdraft. The money that they overdraw, bank charges interest from them according to predetermined rate. That is known as bank overdraft. Yes, any further question?
Unearned
Sir, should the
revenue.
drawings be
Should drawings be?
should drawing are to be subtracted from profit or capital?
Capital. Capital.
Okay, sir.
First of all, you write capital minus drawings plus profit. That becomes your final capital. See, which capital is this? This is your opening capital. Suppose you started business, so this is your capital on 1st January. What will be your capital on 31st December? Plus profit minus drawings. And if there is a loss, minus drawing minus loss. Your capital will increase if there is a profit. Your capital will decrease if there is a loss. Your capital will decrease if there is a drawing.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, okay. I saw the next slide. That is about the completely new topic. So before I will take up tomorrow. So better you see, you may ask me certain questions which up to these topics that we have covered. This is our.
Yes, sir.
So you may ask. Yes. Yes.
Sir, advertisement is expense.
Yes, advertisement is an expense, correct?
Sir, but it can be also an because
It can also, yes, go ahead. No, no, बताइए, it can also be, it can also, माइक एडजस्ट कीजिए, आवाज ठीक से नहीं आ रही, माइक एडजस्ट कीजिए, आवाज नहीं आ रही.
it is already in growing the business, so can it be
नहीं समझ में आ रहा. No. क्या कहिए? Has somebody understood his question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
आप उसमें
Sir, I think he.
हाँ.
Sir, I think he.
If you spend that much money on advertisement, based on which the effect or the good effect of advertisement lasts for more than 2, 3, 4, 5 accounting years. See, your business size is such, you have spent advertisement money and the effect was over in this accounting period itself. But if you have spent that much of huge money and you think that by spending so much of money on advertisement campaign, people will continue buying our sales, people will continue buying our product for the next 3 years. For the next 3 years. Then 1/3 of it will be considered as advertisement in this year. 2/3 we will show it as intangible assets in the asset side. Only under that condition it can be considered as an intangible asset. But if the effect of that advertisement is over then and there in this accounting year itself, then it will be considered as an expense. Suppose a company entered, any company, ABCD company enters into an agreement with Google and says, okay, you will carry our advertisement against this much of amount, let us say against 5 lakh rupees in the next 5 years. आज 1 जनवरी की agreement करते हैं, coming 5 years you will continue showing our ad for 5 years. In such a situation, 1 lakh rupees will be the advertisement expenses in this year and 4 lakh becomes intangible asset. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which convention has guided us here? Which convention has guided us here? बताइए. Is the question clear? अरे भाई बोलिए जी. सवाल क्लियर है आपको जी?
Yes, sir. Clear है.
अगर क्लियर है तो बताइए किस कन्वेंशन ने गाइड किया आपको. पहले वो बताएं जिनको सवाल क्लियर नहीं है.
सर मुझे क्लियर नहीं.
मुझे भी सर
आप
नहीं है.
सवाल ये है कि ए कंपनी एंटर्ड इनटू एन एग्रीमेंट विद गूगल और इससे कहा कि आपको 5 लाख रुपए हम दे रहे हैं, आने वाले 5 साल तक हमारा एडवर्टाइजमेंट आप अपनी साइट पर चलाइए. तो आइडियली हमको जो कि 5 साल तक इसका बेनिफिट मिलेगा, तो हमने 1 लाख रुपया जो है वो तो दिखाया एडवर्टाइजमेंट एज एन एक्सपेंस, रिमेनिंग 4 लाख वी शोड एज एन एसेट. नेक्स्ट ईयर में हम क्या करेंगे? 1 lakh will be considered as written off and 3 lakh will be shown as advertisement. Gradually 5 साल में ये अमाउंट 0 हो जाएगी. इस पूरे प्रोसेस को एक अकाउंटिंग कन्वेंशन हमें गाइड करता है. विच कन्वेंशन इज दैट?
मैचिंग कौन सा है?
बताइए. इन्होंने सही कहा उन्हें ना या गलत कहा?
Sir, revenue recognition.
और कोई बताइए. It is actually matching concept. It is matching concept because अगर आप 5 का 5 लाख रुपए एडवर्टाइजमेंट में दिखा दें तो यू हैव शोन एक्सपेंसेस 5 लाख. while the benefit of these expenses will be available in the coming 5 years. So benefit means your revenue will increase in the coming 5 years. So you are not matching your revenue with expenses. ये बिल्कुल इसी तरह है जैसे कार की एग्जांपल, आपने कार खरीदी तो पूरी कार को आप एक्सपेंस दिखाते हैं कि नहीं? आप नहीं दिखाते पूरी कार को, क्या दिखाते हैं? एक्सपेंस। कार को तो आप असेट दिखाते हैं ना। Where do you show purchase of car? In the asset side of balance sheet. What do you show as an expense on the purchase of this car? Don't you show depreciation?
Yes, sir.
So what is depreciation?
Yes, sir.
It is कितना चार्ज करते हैं आप? अगर 10 लाख की कार है तो कितना डेप्रिसिएशन चार्ज करेंगे? ये डिपेंड करेगा कार की लाइफ आपने कितनी एज्यूम की। लाइफ अगर 10 साल एज्यूम कर लिया आपने तो हर साल 1 लाख रुपए डेप्रिसिएशन चार्ज कर दीजिए। पहले साल 1 लाख डेप्रिसिएशन, 9 लाख वैल्यू ऑफ कार। सेकेंड ईयर में 1 लाख डेप्रिसिएशन, 8 lakh as a value of car. After 10 years, value of car will be 0. Suppose after 10 years, the value of car in your books is 0, but car is still worth rupees 1 lakh. So what do you do? और कोई सवाल हो तो बताइए, नहीं चाहिए तो बताइए।
Sir, how come depreciation is applicable to the land, the property, because the value of the property?
Okay. Number one. Okay, I'll tell you. Number one, there is no depreciation on land. According to law, there is no depreciation on land. Now, according to reality, should there be depreciation on land? Which one you are referring to? Real life में बताइए depreciation.
Yes, sir.
No.
Correct. What is the question? इसलिए नहीं होना चाहिए कि land की value आम तौर पर
Sir, I cannot
appreciate
interpret
होती है, depreciate
about
accordingly।
IFRS and
किसी land की value
XYZ.
depreciate हो सकती है। One second, let me perhaps my audio needs to be adjusted.
Yes,
हाँ,
sir.
please
The
say it again.
surroundings are.
अगर
Sir,
surrounding
you
जो
said
है,
that
वो
in the
ऐसी हो जाएं,
accounts
rare
which has
cases
debited, right?
तब
Yes,
depreciate
if
हो
it
सकती है।
could be credited
लेकिन law
or
ये कहता है कि
vice
land की
versa.
value पे depreciation
In
आप charge नहीं करेंगे। Next question was depreciation on building. Government of India has classified all assets in various categories. Category 1 of assets, category 2 of assets, category 3 of assets, and so on and so forth. In each category, it has prescribed rates. A category A, 33%, category B, 20%, category C, 40%. Okay. At times, depending on the use of asset and the place of its use, depreciation percentage differs. Percentage of depreciation differs. For example, when I am saying categories of assets, if it is building, very nominal depreciation. But if it is a technologically obsolescence kind of a product such as laptops or servers and all, very high rate of depreciation, because in reality, within 2 years, within 3 years, it will be of no use as compared to building. When I say depending on the place of use, say furniture of a 5-star, maybe 20% per annum, but furniture in a college canteen, 20% होना चाहिए, ज्यादा होना चाहिए?
ज़्यादा।
इसलिए कि उसका यूज उस तरीके से नहीं होता जितना कि 5-star होटल में होता। Wear and tear in a 5-star hotel will be less compared to the furniture in a canteen. So government, I don't remember the rates, but these are the basis on which various assets are classified and rates are applicable, and accordingly companies charge. और बताइए। Any further question? Okay, if there are no questions, then tomorrow once again at 9 o'clock. And if there is any question that comes to your mind, you need to seek a clarification, just post in the group. We should be able to discuss and provide you an answer.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.